What is up, YouTube? The name's King, and we're here for another Dragon Ball video. Not a Dokkan video, but I'll go into that, of course, later. But this is a Dragon Ball Daima video, another one, especially because these episodes have been going so crazy. So, of course, I'm going to make another video about it because it's another big moment in Dragon Ball history. I'm going to be here following DBS Hype's Twitter account, so shout out to him. He always kind of, posts a lot of pictures of the episode and stuff. So, I'm going to go over it. Here bit by bit, but of course, for those of you that saw my previous video, you know that for me the last episode didn't hit as hard as some other as it did for other people. I just thought it looks a little weird, him being mini like Super Saiyan 4, because it just reminds me too much of a Sonic character, especially the eyes. It just feels like a Sonic character in chibi form. But this episode, though, this episode hit. This is just like, wow, peak. I was hollering, I was screaming, I was cheering, I was laughing my ass off. What a great, just moment in Dragon Ball history, like I said. So, yeah, let's go over it really quick, of course. Don't want to make it take too long, but, of course, the episode starts off and everybody's growing back to normal size, which is so cool. Like, it's so cool that we're gonna get 2 full episodes here at the end of them being full size, because it's like we got those super cool animations in episode 1 where they were doing the recap where Goma was watching what happened in the Buu saga, and it just looks so cool. And we weren't really getting that. We were getting that with mini forms, but it just, it was still hype, of course. Like, I liked it. I don't mind them being small, but to see that crisp animation of them, the Buu saga, like Majin Vegeta versus Goku and all that, I kind of wanted to see that in this anime, since it looks so good, and it looks like we're gonna get that for at least these 2 episodes. So of course, Vegeta, man, see, Hype has been not posting scene for scene shots. He just kind of skips to the big moments now more, which is fine. But I wish I could talk about it scene for scene. But of course, Vegeta gets to fight first, and now they're stronger. Now they're in their full adult forms, and Vegeta is plenty strong enough to kill Goma if it wasn't for the Tertianoculus, which is that name. It was funny that Goku in last episode was able to remember that name of that thing. Like, how strong is the Tertianoculus? I was like, wow, I'm surprised he knew the name of that. He can't get Glorio's name right. But yeah, Vegeta Super Saiyan 3. I would have made this my thumbnail, but I don't want to spoil it too much. Like, we've all seen how Super Saiyan 3 adult looks, so I put that on the thumbnail. Even though obviously it's a full spoiler discussion, I didn't want to spoil it too much. But unfortunately, that immediately shows that they're going to become adults. But I think everybody kind of saw it coming. That Gloria was going to uh, turn the betrayal was going to be on Arinsu. But yeah, so these images right here don't even do it justice. These are probably some of the not greatest stills of Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, but he looks amazing. And yeah, I was screaming. I was so hyped. I was like, you better see him. Like, we better see him adult Super Saiyan 3. And the hairstyle better be the same. And it was already confirmed just last episode with Goku, Mini Goku Super Saiyan 3. He had his long hair, and it flowed downwards. So it was obvious that they just have a different a different style for Super Saiyan 3. And that's cool. I really like that. I really like how this looks for Vegeta. Like, again, these are not the best shots of how awesome he looks in this first part of the fight. He's doing his freaking arms crossed and just kicking Goma around, kind of like what he did with Tamagami 2. He's basically pulling a Super Vegito, just using his kicks, and it's glorious. And it looks awesome. So yeah, that's my boy, man. Like, he technically, I mean, not technically, he practically got the win. He would have killed Goma if it wasn't for that damn eye. But he's just invulnerable, basically. He just keeps getting regened. So even though Vegeta's stronger, which is an interesting way to make a final villain. It's almost like Samasu, where the immortal one. He's just like, you can outpower him, but you can't kill him. It's basically the same thing. But then this moment, oh my god, this moment, to me, this is probably the funniest gag Dragon Ball has ever done. This is the funniest thing that they've ever done, at least from what I can think of. And maybe it's just recency bias. Maybe I'll forget another moment that's made me laugh this hard. But no, man. If you're gonna keep fighting, I'm never going to take a bath with you again. And the moment that ensues after this, it like Vegeta goes into panic mode. He turns around. He's like, "What?" And like the way he flies back is just pure comedy. It's not here in the images, but it's just so funny. I was laughing my ass off. He just flies back immediately. He's like, "Okay, you can go, Goku." He's not gonna risk not having showers with Bulma. Like that's respect, Vegeta. There's something more important than fighting, and that's a naked Bulma in your arms while showering. Just perfect comedy. That just felt like such a Toriyama touch. I wonder if it was him specifically that wrote that joke, but it was perfect. It's just so great. Uh, and then of course, like this skips all the way to the end because most of the episode is Vegeta fighting. There's some Glorio. Like we all thought Glorio was gonna get killed by Arinsu, but Arinsu surprisingly just fired him, and then he just runs back to the friends and they accept him for doing the right thing. Like they don't even talk shit to him about being a double agent or whatever. They're just like, "You're cool by us, Glorio," and that's fine. Um, some other things to know, just like Do being smart, or is it Ku? Ku being smart. Um, like I wonder how that's gonna play into this final episode because like the fusion mug's gonna come into play and it's either gonna fuse a Rinsu, Ku, and Do, or it's gonna fuse Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo, Glorio. Because it fuses three people, right? We might not even get a Gogeta or Vegeta. It might be a new fusion, so we'll see. I wonder what I want. Like, I guess it would be under fusion category for Dokkan, right? Not under Potara. uh, so yeah, Potara Shaft right there. But yeah, we go into Goku's turn. So him and Piccolo hatch a plan to, basically get the eye out of Goma. And Goku decides to, put on a little show because he's trying to distract Goma. Like that's the whole point. So I think it fits narratively that he would do this too for that. It's so cool. It's almost like with when he was fighting Boo, and he showed off Super Saiyan 3 for the first time. It was kind of like he was at that time he was distracting him too, right? For something, I forgot. But yeah, like these shots right here. I mean, they look so crispy here. They look like storyboard art or something for a video game, or like I don't know. Like this looks so good, but it looks even better animated in this looks right here. Look at this. It's like amazing shading. But yeah, it's like Goku going like, yeah, Super Saiyan. So this is Super Saiyan, and then he says Super Saiyan 2, and Goma's just like, huh, every time he does it, and then he goes 3, and obviously they go all out with the animation there. It just looks amazing. And Goma's like, another pointless transformation. This doesn't mean anything. And then Goku says, and here's a bonus one. And it's like, the tease. I'm guessing next episode he might say it. But Goku goes into his amazing Super Saiyan 4 transformation as an adult. I'm sad that we don't get to see this grown Super Saiyan 3 fight. Because I want this as a unit on Dokkan as well. I think, like I mentioned this before, it's hard for me not to think of everything through the lens of Dokkan because I play this game a lot. Like it's the perfect game to play while you're at work throughout your day because it's kind of like you don't have to be there concentrating to fight unless you're doing like super hard bosses. You could just grind at the game throughout the day. So I've been playing it for 8 years. It's hard not to think of these moments and how they would be represented in Dokkan, especially because the way Dokkan is like they animate the full scenes, they animate like the full forms. And it's different from like a game like Legends where you don't have to animate that much except just the finisher. Like every character basically has a model, and then it's just like you put a skin on top of that model. Like every fighting, like most fighting games. I mean, you can still make the model move uniquely for each character, and they're obviously gonna have their special moves and everything, and their special finishers, and that's where the work comes in for fighting games. But for a game like Legends, you basically have I'm not a coder or anything, but you basically have like a freaking avatar that you put things on top. It's not as difficult as fully from the ground up reanimating a whole anime. So Dokkan, like, since they do characters based on names, and you can't like you can't. They don't run well together with characters of the same name don't run well together. They have to have a different name, even if it's slightly. So I was really hoping this guy would fight because then we'd have a Super Saiyan 3 uh, Goku from Daima, like that would be his name, Super Saiyan 3 Goku Daima. And they might still do it because him transforming into Super Saiyan 4, because it just that transformation needs to be in the game. But yeah, like they could just add some of his other fighting moves from somewhere else and give him a little bit of something just so he can be in the game. Sorry for going into my tangent about Dokkan, but this is a Dokkan channel. So yeah, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is here, and it just looks so good. And like, I had a feeling that this was gonna happen because I think we all knew. Like it was cool that they did it in mini form, because that means that, like, again, we'll have two different versions of Super Saiyan 4 Goku mini. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the mini version and the adult version. So they'll be able to be run together well, and they'll match up. And same thing with Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. So that's awesome. So that's like they're feeding the games, especially Dokkan. Like I said, it's very reliant on different name characters, and you know, for merchandising purposes and all that, they're gonna have multiple toys you can sell, kid version and adult version. And yeah, I definitely like how this looks better. Something about the eyes still looks weird to me. Like I don't know what it is. They're too big, or the proportions are off. I think the eyes themselves are a little bit too big. Here that he looks good, but then here, do you see what I'm talking about? It's like his eyes are so big compared to the rest of his face, but then here it's like more proportionate. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but overall he looks like, here his eyes still look some proportions are off. I don't know what it is, but in some shots he looks good like that and here. But yeah, like the arms, everything looks awesome like he just looks way better in adult form. And yeah, this is hype. And next episode is the finale. Zenkai Maximum. But yeah, here's a little video of like, we gotta play this. I'll never take a bath with you again. This is just peak comedy. Like, oh. That's so good. But I can't play too much of that. Hopefully I don't get copyright for that. But yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. This game. I mean, this show. Like right here at the end, they just started cooking. So yeah, just wanted to talk about that. Obviously, lots of content upcoming for Dokkan. And like Legends and everything else. Like they're feeding us. It's so good. So yeah, here we go. Like, you know, that's what I'm saying. Oh, that's so cool. But yeah, I just want to talk about how this episode blew my mind. The animation is so peak. This is some of the best Dragon Balls looked. It's pretty much up there. I don't know if anything has looked better. I mean, yeah, Broly still probably comparable, but they are definitely different styles. So it's like, I don't know. I kind of prefer this. So I don't know. Just looks amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it. And it's sad that it's already coming to an end. We just have one more episode. Just 20 episodes is unfair. Like, we need to end this series and announce what's coming next for Super, if they're going to adapt anything. But yeah, we'll see what happens next week. This peak, I loved it. And it's a good time to be a Dragon Ball fan. Because as long as the anime returns. Because if this is how Dragon Ball is going to look, then we're in for a treat. Like, this is how Dragon Ball should be looking like. And it's unfortunate the Super was so inconsistent with its quality, but we finally got some amazing visuals right here with with Broly, and the superhero looked good for like a CGI. But those are movies, you know, so you expect them to look good. And then this series just cooking right here at the end. So we'll see what happens next week. Thanks for watching. I'm excited. Yeah, I can't wait for all these things to come to Dokkan. Let's see if that's what happens for the next few months. I kind of expect the March Dokkan Fest to be Tamagami 2, because I think Tamagami 3, because I think he deserves the Dokkan Fest. And then after that, Saiyan Day can be mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. And we'll see if Worldwide becomes Goku Super Saiyan 4 Mini or something else. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching if you did watch this, and I'll see you guys soon.